smell what the flock is cooking. Flock up and flock off, not you. Stick around, because it's about to go down. You know, I'm flocking with the most energetic entity in the Eagleverse, and we in here on a Thursday, Day. We in here on a happy leap day. Hopefully it's a happy leap year for our Eagles. We leap from wherever we was at to wherever the flock we going. Well, we know where we want to be. That's for damn sure. What else we got in here today? We got some, oh man. And if it's a leap year, I mean, initially, I'm like, it's going to be a leap year. I'm looking at the NFLPA report card. And I'm like, dogs, look at this. And then I saw the grade that they gave to the Super Bowl champions. I'm like, this NFLPA BS is BS, strictly straight up like, flock up out of here with that. So, no. What else we going to get into today? We got some Howie endorses JB. Who Howie's thumb up and thumb down and thumbing. That's crazy. We got some meshing systems. And for the P.O.S.E series, we're going to get into the O-line. I think that's about what we got today. But before we get anywhere, let's keep the maniac thing maniac. Let's keep the maniac thing the maniac thing. Let's get the nest keeping out of the way. If you can tell, I don't know if you can tell, I needed this therapy. Flipping out over here. So we got that to get into. So please like, subscribe if you bought that fly. Goes fly. Drop a comment in that box if you're flying with the flock. Let's fly. Do remember, join that maniac thing. Note again, you hit that bell. You get a bang whenever I'm on this YouTube thing. Let's flock and fly. Wait. Well, that's the maniac thing. Let's keep the main thing. Hope this video finds you in good vibes, good tides. Fly skies. If you're not there, I hope this helps you get there because we're about to go there. Oh, yeah. So, boom. First thing I want to get into is this NFLPA report card. And what I got to say about that is pretty much what you got to say about that. It's clearly B. I mean, what does it have to do with the price of tea in Philly? It's nothing like I said. So you got the Eagles getting high grades and all this, and it's dope to see that your team is getting good grades in certain things, especially when you see the coach and the ownership and da. And then you see the Chiefs report card and they down at the bottom like, yeah, this doesn't really mean anything to me at all. What do I need this? What does this do for us what does this do for us as a fan base? I could give a damn. We could fail and get a Super Bowl. I don't give a damn. So NFLPA report card, get the flock up out of here. And we got the what else? We got the Howie's endorsements. So they had a presser the other day. They're over there at the combine. I know I say, I hop straight into the postseason after the postseason, but it's really the combine season. But I mean, like, we're gonna see all kinds of things. I mean, for goodness sake, this is where Zach Wilson made his bones at, and what has Zach Wilson done since? Albeit there are guys that come out of the combine that do things that are crazy and phenomenal, whatever the case may be, and that matches what they did in the combine, and they bring that into the NFL. I guess. I mean, I'm not really sitting here documenting it. It's just something dope to watch in the meantime, between time, until we get to where we're trying to get to. The green time. Yeah, basically. So you got that going on. But they had presses there. Howie and Nick. Nick, real quick, it was just like a whole lot of word salad. It's like when we're winning, I love his presses. When we're losing, I'm like, shut up. It is what it is, even though I'm a Nick guy, but it's just like, sometimes he just stumbles over his words and just gets going. But when I see him in team settings, I'm not going to lie. I see him when he's addressing the team. That's the dude that I'm talking about. That's the general. That's the leader of men that I'm signing up for. When I say that I'm a Nick guy, those are the moments that I'm talking about. Seeing how he leads the guys and gets the guys going and all that. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. You're going to talk about the last 6 games. I'm talking about the 32 before that. Whatever the case may be. We've got that going on, and then Howie Roseman spoke. What struck me about what Howie Roseman said during that presser just jumped out like straight bold print to me was the fact that you've got him endorsing James Bradbury out of one side of his mouth, and out the other side of his mouth, he's non-committal on Hassan Reddick. What the flock are we doing here, Howie? But at the end of the day, I get it. He's doing that thing that he does. GM chess. He's not going to put anything out there. Then when I took a retread and I look back at it, pause, you've got him saying as far as Bradbury goes, he wasn't really endorsed him. He just said he's under contract. But the thing that's got me a myth is that, okay, you say he's under contract, but so is Hassan Reddick. But Hassan Reddick is coming into the last year of his contract, so we know how that thing goes. Then, that being said, I'm watching this dude coming out of Penn State. God damn, he was just up here. Oh, man, like, he's looking crazy. They're saying he probably runs around a 4.3. He's like 260, 250, 260, like massive human being and that fast. And that guy coming off the edge, I know it's crazy. Already talking about getting rid of our guy Hassan Reddick, but these are things that we got to look forward to, especially in the NFL where this is a business. We become entrenched with these guys, fall in love with them, if you will, and next thing you know, they're out the door. And then we got to keep guys like Bradbury. However, though, I don't think these things, I think it's just a matter of posturing and us trying to get the number to where we want the number to be at and not being overzealous about pursuing certain players and just playing it cool. And the bottom line, like I'm saying all of that, Howie and Nick and them at the combine and what we take from it. The main thing that I'm taking from the whole thing overall is the fact that the Eagles, the NFL, other teams have an extra $30 million in the bank account to do what they need to do with. And you giving Howie busting the stupid dope moves on the Jeff Steban Laurie, which is crazy. Like, I do have faith that he's going to whip up some marvelous in the kitchen when it comes to getting to where we need to get as far as next year goes and what we're going to do in free agency and the draft and this, that, and the third. The draft is a little sketchy when it comes to Howie, but free agency, that's where he makes his bones, and the trades and all of that. So I can see some pretty fly things, no pun intended, going on for our birds in this offseason, the postseason, the bowl season, and all of that, all things encompassing. Like, I just can't wait to see what he does with that extra $30 million. After that, we've got the meshing of systems, right? So that's what we heard from Nick. So I didn't really pay too much attention, but that is something that we took from Nick, meshing systems. The last time we heard from him, postseason, after season, whatever you want to call it, after the closing meetings, whatever you want to call it. Once we lost and boom, they had to talk, they had to address the media. Nick was saying that this was going to be, once they hired Kellen, was that this was going to be Kellen's system. This is what he's doing. We have passing the torch over. He's gonna be the head coach. He's gonna be coaching everything. But now we're meshing systems. Initially, you're like, what? That's not what we signed up for. You're pulling the sheet out from under the tip. What are we doing here? This is not what you said. This is not what we signed up for. Then it took me a second. We take a step back, look at things for what they are. Because number one, okay, we did win a lot with what Nick was doing. The team, Howie and Jeff, are not going to let Nick just be like, yo, you know what? Yeah, we're going to give it all over to him. And nope, I'm still a part of this. I don't give a fuck what y'all said. Y'all kept me here. It's not like they can't change course, whatever, so that's crazy to even think something like that, at least for me. I'm really, this is therapy for me. I'm just speaking out what I'm thinking out loud, right? But then you've got the fact that now he's had a chance to talk with Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore has a chance to talk with the team. Maybe they came into a situation where Kellen Moore was like, bro, chill, hold up. Like, I watch you from a distance too, homie. Like, what y'all doing, what y'all got going on over here was working. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, something for us, hard for us to deal with. Like, whenever we were in a battle against each other, it was contentious, so competitive rather. So, maybe we need to merge these, mesh. They gave it to me, right? Maybe we need to mesh these systems and come up together with a better system overall. This is just wishful thinking on my part. How do I look at the world through eagle-colored glasses? Open my eagle eye, poke my beak in, and scream Eagles all day, 24/7, 365, right? But, does it not make sense that they would come to that consensus after a few weeks? Or is it just them playing to the media? Is it them playing chess? Is it the Sirianni competitive advantage, let them still think we're doing this? Who knows? At the end of the day, I'm not upset with it until, how it goes, until we see these games and they give me calls, give me reason to be upset with it. So as far as meshing the systems goes, I'm giving that a check. I'm with it. I'm flying with it. I can't help it. This is the way I fly. And then the last thing that we're going to get into today is the post, to get back into my postseason series, positions of serious examination. And we've done damn near what we've done so far. We've done the quarterbacks. We've done the running backs. We've done the wide receivers. So today we're going to get into the O-line. We're going to keep it on the offensive side of the ball. Get that out the way, even though I know we're talking about the defense today. And I really wanted to, and I said there was no method to this madness. I would love to have kept it on the defense side of the ball, but we know it's way juicy over there, pause. Like, things that we really, really got to take deep dives into. And I just want to because the offensive line, at least in my estimation, I think not just the offensive line, the offensive side of the ball, I think is more easily fixable than the defensive side of the ball as far as the deficiencies that we have on that side of the ball. So I think we're going to take a little bit more time on this, and I'm kind of flying through this offensive side of the ball. Not to mention we still got to get into the special teams, which I think is we were actually at a deficit on that special teams, although we did see some rising stars, but there was no Zach McPherson, no Sean Bradley. Dude, these dudes are coming back. Hopefully Sean Bradley's coming back. We don't know how that's going to go down. I believe it's a free agency year for him. We'll see how that thing works out. But bottom line, let's get into this O-line, right? So as far as the O-line goes, it can be addressed in the draft. First things first, I'm pretty sure a lot of you out there have seen the mock drafts where they have us picking at 22 offensive linemen. And my response to that is I just don't deem it necessary for us to go offensive line while we still have Stoutland in the fold. I say that due to the fact that the highest pick we've ever picked in the draft, at least the guys that are here right now is Lane Johnson. I believe he was number 2 overall, right? Can't deny it. Out of the park. Do it again 10 times over, right? 100 times, a million times over, right? You've got that. However, you look at the other Hall of Famer on that line, Jason Kelce, who may be leaving, which is something we definitely have to address. But a center in the first round, anyone will tell you that's kind of crazy. Not to mention we got him, in the 5th round? Something crazy, right? And he's going on to be a Hall of Famer. And he did deal with mud for a certain particular area of his career and then moved on to Stoutland. And these guys have made him the man he is. Not to mention he's put in the work to make himself the man that he is. And we all know we ride with him, fly with him, 24/7, 360 fly. We know that. So we got that. But then you're speaking replacements. We have Cam Jurgens, Beef Gurgi in the corner. In the wings. Yeah, what the fuck is we doing? Cam Jurgens in the wings, ready to come up. Oh, man, that is crazy. Whoa. So what I just saw. Cam Jurgens coming from the wings. Boom, he can move over to that center position. We've got guys that we can move over into that right guard position. Guys like Tyler Steen, a number of guys. And if we do need to address guys in the draft, not to mention, Landon Dickerson at left guard and then Mailata at left tackle. That's youth over there on that side. We've got that going. But I know what you're thinking, just like I'm thinking, just like we're all thinking. We're going to need depth on this offensive line, right? Anything can happen at any given time. This is the NFL, right? Regardless of what, I just don't think it's something that we need to address with the first round pick. Maybe later in the draft, Landon Dickerson was also a high pick coming to us from the 2nd round. But everything else, man, I just seem like we're able to pick these guys, snatch these guys, and get guys to where they need to be at the right times, man. And I think we need to pump the brakes on that. And I think as far as the offensive line goes, we could either reinforce it through free agency and the draft, later draft picks. And I just think that's where we stand. I think just the scenario that I laid out to you is, I believe, where the offensive line will be next year if, in the event that Kelce, PHlock forbid, decides to hang it up, right? But you've got, Lane Johnson, Tyler Steen, Cam Jurgens in the middle. Cam Jurgens, and the thing that scares us about that, I know you're thinking the same thing I'm thinking, or probably not because it just came to mind for me at least. Cam Jurgens and his durability. We saw him have issues with that last season on that right guard position. Perhaps that's a position that he wasn't used to playing. You're going against bigger guys in the interior line as far as that goes. I guess perhaps I'm just trying to lend credence to why what happened. However, like I said, we move him over to the center position. Landon Dickerson at left guard. Mailata at left tackle. O-line set, positions of serious examination, at least as far as I see it. It's done on that side of the ball. Let me know how y'all feel down in the comments. Let me know what's up, if you're flocking with it, if you're not. And that's just how I see it as far as this thing goes, man. Thanks for flocking with this time. You know how I like to do around this time, about this time, at this time. Till the next time, make it your best time. In the meantime, between time, keep it a great time. Let's fucking go. But you know what else I like to do around this time, about this time, at this time? It's always Eagles and clock around here. Open your eagle eye, poke your beak in, give it an eagle screech. And ask them. We got questions. You know we got questions. What you gonna do when Eagle Mania swoops down and runs wild on you? Say it with me one time. E-A-G-L-E-S. Eagles. Woo! Let's get the fuck out of here.